What's going on, guys? It's Brandon back here again today for the final series review of the second round of the 2025 playoffs. Florida and Toronto, and once again, we are here in a different but yet the exact same spot we were every other year. Since 2013, honestly, not even since 2013, since 2004, let me just Google this real quick because I like making pain for Toronto fans. So we're just gonna Google this real quick. I should have added it in, but I just need to make sure before I get so I can get my facts right, essentially. So let me just pull this up real quick. Here we go. Let's see. Let me just make sure. Okay, we're good. So not even since 2004. I guess, well, yes, the last time Toronto won a Game 7 was the first round of 2004, and that was against Ottawa. I was not born yet, to say the least. Since then, they have lost a Game 7 in 2013 in the first round, in 2018 in the first round, in 2019 in the first round, in 2020 essentially in the qualifying round because Game 5 was Game 7, 2021 in the first round, 2022 in the first round, 2024 in the first round, 2025 in the second round. 8 straight Game 7 losses for the Toronto Maple Leafs. There has to be some sort of wizardry to actually figure out how you manage to do that. Of course, 7 of those are the same exact team, same exact core. 2013, completely different team. I don't even think Riley was on the team, and he's the, I think, longest tenured member of these Leafs. Florida wins the series in 7 over Toronto. My original prediction was Florida in 7, because I originally had Tampa Bay over Toronto in the second round. So Florida gets 7-7, and then I changed it to Florida in 6 as my new prediction. No, I went Florida in 7, because it had to. And I knew it was going to. And I'd like to point out some stuff in this series. Game 1, Toronto wins 5-4, but Stolarz goes down early. Stolarz gets hurt. People call for Bennett suspension. I was kind of in between on it. It's a dangerous play, but I wasn't sure if it was suspendable. I was kind of in the middle on it, not really going to take either side on that one. But Toronto still gets the win. They win 5-4, and Wall plays outstanding, which is something Wall did for a majority of the series, while the rest of his team kind of just sat back and said, we're screwed. Game 2, Toronto wins 4-3. They're up 2-0. And where have we seen this story before? A two-game series lead. 2021 against Montreal when they were up 3-1. Game 3, this game right here. This single game right here. I can't make it emphasize this anymore. I knew Florida was winning the series. I said after that game. I said, and going into that overtime, Florida scores, they win the series. I was 100% correct. Florida wins in overtime 5-4. Who got the winner in that one? I'm trying to remember. I want to say it was... Was it Verhaeghe? No, it was Marchand. That's who it was. Marchand gets the goal, and he also leads the way in points in the series, showing that you really can't escape Boston if you're Toronto. Game 4, Toronto shuts the door. It's Bobrovsky with the 2-0 shutout, and they're going to Toronto tied 2-2. And then in Toronto, Florida wins 6-1 in Game 5. I threw my hands in the air and said Toronto's about to win Game 6, and Florida's about to destroy them in Game 7. Once again, I was 100% correct. Game 6, Wall gets the 2-0 shutout. Game 7, another 6-1 thrashing by Florida in Toronto. 26-17, Toronto is outscored by Florida, and this series won 7 games. Remarkable. Look how many guys are on the top 50 for the points for Florida compared to Toronto. Marchand leads the way. 3 goals, 5 assists, 8 points. Luosterainen, who's actually having a really good playoff and no one's talking about it. 2 goals, 5 assists, 7 points. Barkov, 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points. Reinhart, 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points. Verhaeghe and Lindell as well. 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points. Ekblad, 1 goal, 4 assists, 5 points in only 6 games since he was suspended for 1. Bennett, 3 goals, 1 assist, 4 points. Jones, 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 points. Schmidt and Tkachuk both have no goals, 4 assists, 4 points. Tkachuk, I will admit, him and Reinhart seemed to be a little invisible in the series. But overall, I think Reinhart at least had some goals. Tkachuk, been invisible, which was a little worrying. Gadjevich in 5 games had 2 goals, 1 assist, 3 points, and Rodriguez in 5 games had no goals, 3 assists, 3 points. For Toronto, as always, it's Nylander, who's the guy that really only shows up in the playoffs for Toronto of the core 4. 3 goals, 3 assists, 6 points. Pacioretty, 2 goals, 4 assists, 6 points. And Pacioretty, he's like 35. I'm not sure why he's in your top 2 scorers. Domi, 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points. He showed up. Marner, 1 goal, 4 assists, 5 points. Not as much flack at Marner this year. And that was something I was really appreciative of because Marner, a lot of the time, takes the flack. And I haven't seen a lot directed towards him. I've seen a lot more at Matthews and Tavares. Riley, 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 points. Nyes, 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 points. Matthews, 1 goal, 3 assists, 4 points. Goaltending, Bobrovsky, 4-3 with a 2.39 goals against average, 902 save percentage. He was great. Wall, 3-4 with a 3.56 goals against average and an 887 save percentage, which doesn't tell you the story. This guy was playing eons over his head just to keep Toronto in some of these games. And games 5 and 7 show kind of it's really unfortunate what happens there because it really shred his numbers. But he was making just save after save on a lot of these, and Florida just kept coming at them. Game 7, Toronto never put up a fight even in it. Anyway, Stolarz, no record because he gets hurt. 1.99 goals against average, 889 save percentage. Is this series different if he stays healthy? We'll never know. Matt Murray gets into a game. I believe it was game 5. No record, 4.41 goals against average, 857 save percentage. He only let in a goal, but that's what numbers do to someone. Toronto has a lot of things that they're going to do this offseason. They got 4 unrestricted free agents, Marner, Tavares, Lawrence, and Pacioretty. If I'm Toronto, I'm bringing Pacioretty back. Lawrence I'd bring back as a 4th liner. Personally, if I'm Toronto, I'd bring Marner back and let Tavares walk, but I know it's going to be the other way around because Marner's going to want more money. Tavares is going to want less money than his current deal. So, if Marner comes to Chicago, sweet. I'm happy about that. I'm just scared if they're going to pay him $14 million a year, which if the Hawks give him $14 million a year, expect a rant. Yeah, another time where Toronto can't get it done. This is the farthest they've gotten in the playoffs since 2002, and people are still furious with this management. I guarantee the president Shanahan is gone. I guarantee Marner's probably gone. Although if they got to the conference finals, I think he would have stayed. But now it's all up in the air. It's all up in the air. Well, we won't know until probably the re-sign period. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you all so much for watching this video. Tell me down below, leave down what do you think about this? Because what do you think Toronto's going to do? Do you think they should blow up the core 4 a bit? Should I let Marner and Tavares walk? Who they let walk? What other moves do they make? We don't know yet. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching once again, and I shall see you all in the next one. Have a good one.